was pretty loud. Thanks to the Hopkins cheerleaders for welcoming us back to 13 on your sidelines. Forest Hills Northern is having its best season in 8 years.
And tonight they had the opportunity to make it even better as they hosted East Grand Rapids in the season finale. Pioneers looking for their first win against FHN since 2019. First quarter, 4th and 6 from the 14. Huskies call for the fake field goal. TJ Silvernail takes the pitch, but he's brought down 1 yard shy of the first down. Big play by the Pioneers defense. Ensuing EGR drive in the second, Scotty Millman with the keeper, but Beck Dahlquist forces the fumble. Silvernail falls on it. That's Huskies ball. Once FHN got the rock, they kept it on the ground. Logan Herdstein keeps it, gains 12 yards. He's down at the 1. He'd score on the next play to give the Huskies the 7-0 lead. Now that's all the EGR defense would give them though. Clay Leedsma explodes into the backfield for the sack. Good luck blocking that guy. Pioneers were fired up. Huskies were forced to punt. Final seconds of the second quarter, Millman with the toss to Ian McKeegan, and the senior flies around left end, dives into the end zone. The game was tied at 7 at the half. EGR tacks on 10 more in the second half. They beat the Huskies 17-7.
Sagatuck is looking to bounce back after their first loss of the season last week against Lawton. Tonight, the Trailblazers battled another tough SAC Valley opponent when Schoolcraft came to town. The Eagles have won 5 of the 6 meetings all time against the Trailblazers. Sagatuck struggled in the first half against Schoolcraft. Ryan Link gets the handoff, but he's tackled here by Christopher Foley. Nice play. But then the Eagles get tricky. The pass goes to number 56, Caleb Goldschmending. Not too often you see a number 56 catch a pass, Jamal. That goes for a huge gain against this Sagatuck squad.
If he can run like that, throw to him more often.
Yeah, I know, right? However, the Trailblazers show signs of life. Just a few plays later, Coach Bill Dunn wanted more, and he gets it. Bradley Moore delivers with the INT. It's Trailblazers ball. Sagatuck looks to make something happen deep in their own territory, but Carter Miller is trying to make the one-handed snag here. Unfortunately, it's just a little out of reach. That adds to Sagatuck's struggles to score in this first half. Still in the first half, Isaac Nora scampers on off for the touchdown run for the Eagles. Fly, Eagles fly. Sagatuck was unable to score in the first half. The Trailblazers do find the end zone in the second half, but Schoolcraft wins it 41-21.
Now, Wayland's having its best season in a decade, and they're looking to keep it going against South Christian.
13 on your sides, Matt Gard was in Allegan County to see if they could pull it off.
Guys, the Wildcats have won 3 out of their last 4 games, and a win tonight would most likely put them in the postseason. It was the 47th meeting in a series that's been dominated by the Sailors over the years. First quarter, Kahari Purifoy, he's a pure dog. He takes the sweep, 21 yards, puts Wayland up 7-0. Later in the first, South Christian, they're going to hand off to Jackson Hake. 8-yard score here. The Sailors missed the PAT, but they cut the lead to 1 to the second. Wayland strikes back. Bryce Calkins gets an 11-yard tutty, puts the Cats up 14-6. Ensuing Sailor drive. Carson Viss says, you can get with this or you can get with that, and Jake Vermas makes the wise choice. He hauls in a 49-yard score. It was 14-12 Wayland at that point. South would get the ball back, and Jamal, Carson Viss called you out. Did you know that?
No, what'd he say?
He said it's been too long since you dropped an episode of, man, I just love the way this kid runs. So he delivers a 66-yard touchdown, but he probably ran 100 yards on this play. Sailors go up 18-12.
Respect.
But Wayland answers again. Hudson Biondo in from 4 yards out. Wayland wins a wild one, 49-40. The Wildcats are 6-3. They're playoff bound. Both East Kentwood and West Ottawa came into tonight 3-5 on the playoff bubble. Their matchup, basically an elimination game. EK, 16-14 lead at the half. Connor Knapp changes that. He's going to order himself a Ruben Esparza. That 19-yard pitch and catch puts the Panthers up 20-14. The lead wouldn't last long. Casey Joppy on play action throws to Shamar White. He gets in for a 28-yard score, makes it 22-20. EK. Still in the third, quarterback back and forth. Knapp finds Matt Harrison. Looking more like Marvin Harrison, junior or senior. Take your pick. 27-20, whoa. Same score, fourth. Panther ball from the 12. Esparza gets the handoff. He's going to take it down to the 1. Woe would go for it on 4th and goal with a minute left. Caden Forbes, ball game. West Ottawa beats East Kentwood 34-22. Panthers win the final 3 games of the season, and they are going to the playoffs.
13 on Your Sidelines MVP of the Week, sponsored by Rant Insurance.
Respect to Carson Viss for that big-time run, too. We only have 2 more MVP of the Week awards to give out this season. Now it's time to find out who this week's MVP is.
But before we introduce you to them, let's remind you of this week's nominees.
The rain was coming down for the second straight Friday night, but once again, that did not stop the stars from showing out. Here are the candidates for MVP of the week. Candidate number 1 is back on this list for the second week in a row. This past Friday, Grand Rapids Catholic Central running back Kellen Russell Dixon rushed for 340 yards and 3 touchdowns on 32 carries. The senior's performance had him just 6 yards short of the single-game school record, and he also recorded an interception. Russell Dixon was a big reason why Catholic Central topped South Christian 21-12. Our next MVP candidate is also on this list for the second time this season. Allendale quarterback Tyler Sparks was able to get the sparks flying even in the rain. The senior Falcon threw for 100 yards and a score. Sparks also ran for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. His dominant performance helped lead Allendale to a 47-20 victory over Unity Christian. Candidate number 3 will be taking over on college football Saturdays, but for now, he's dominating on Friday nights. Caledonia running back Brock Townsend scurried for 1 touchdown on 153 yards, averaging 9 yards per carry. The Central Michigan commit also hauled in a 55-yard touchdown pass as the Fighting Scots took down East Kentwood 21-0. Our 4th and final MVP candidate comes from the 8-man level. North Point Christian star Jamari Hughes got it done in every way imaginable. The senior Mustang recorded a rushing touchdown, a receiving score, and a punt return for a touchdown. Hughes also tallied 2 interceptions. In all, he had 203 total purpose yards. North Point Christian's 62-8 victory over Lee.
And with 43% of the vote, our latest 13 on Your Sidelines MVP of the week is Jamari Hughes from North Point Christian. Congratulations, Jamari. Appreciate you coming out. I got to ask you, you did it on offense, you did it on defense, you did it on special teams. What do you like doing it the most on?
That's a good question. Probably offense.
Offense? Are you like Deion Sanders? You like Deion Sanders?
I do.
Okay.
Coach Prime, yeah.
I like it.
What is it about offense that you love so much, or what position on offense do you like playing more than any of the rest, I should say?
I play running back, but quarterback is really my hard position, but coach don't put me there. So, yeah, probably quarterback.
Always wise to shout out the coach on live television. I got to respect the moxie for that one.
Another week when the rain again. How was it like playing in that rain and dominating like you did? Was it easy for you? I mean, obviously it was.
I mean, it was terrible, but we call it Mustang weather, so we kind of just embrace that weather and just get away with the W. So.
A lot of pride in the program. Obviously, talk about Mustang weather. You guys have a proud tradition. Able to have a new field, you know, this year. I know you've got to be one of the few 8-man teams with that brand new turf field. How exciting was it to play on that this year?
It was very exciting, being the first team to be able to play on the field and to be undefeated. We're undefeated at home, so hopefully we can keep that up.
I got to ask you, you're a big kid. What were your parents feeding you to get this big? Because I wouldn't want to attack you all on the field.
I mean, well,
milk? A lot of milk?
I eat whatever.
All right. Okay.
We're off the rails. Introduce us to some of your teammates that you brought in here.
This is Alex. This is Josiah, Billy, Lucas, Zach, and Joe. So they're all seniors, so, you know.
Awesome, Jamari. Well, I appreciate you coming out here. Great job last week. And last game of the season, how was the season for you? How much fun did you have?
We had a lot of fun. It was a winning record. So last year we were undefeated, but, you know. But this year we still had a winning record, and even though we don't get playoffs, it's always good to be able to solidify our spot at the top with the best of the best teams. So.
Awesome, definitely.
Respect. Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming out. Congratulations on that.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Mustangs on a great year. Now we have more teams fighting for their playoff lives coming up next.
Hamilton hosts Spring Lake with a spot in the Division IV playoffs on the line.
And Cedar Springs faces off against Forest Hills Eastern, hoping for one last spot in the field of 32 in Division III.